Hello, my name is Jim Olson, and this is a video on triangular and tetrahedral numbers with MultiLink cubes. Here are the first four triangular numbers. Let me draw these up for you. So the first triangular number is just a dot. T1 is equal to 1. The second triangular number is 1 plus 2, so T2 is equal to 3. The third tetrahedral number, we're going to be adding another stick, a stick of length 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. And we build each triangular number by adding an additional stick onto the previous. So T4 is the bowling pins, which is 10, and we can proceed. Now I'd like to show you MultiLink cubes. These are MultiLink cubes, and we can snap these together and make all kinds of shapes. So here is the first triangular number. And the next triangular number might look like this, for example. And here's the third triangular number, and so on. Here is the fifth triangular number, and what we would like to do is find a general formula. Our goal then is to be able to find T12 and a general formula for Tn. Let's do it for T5. It's really quite easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make two copies of T5. They're kind of like stair steps, and I'm going to put these together, and you'll notice that this side over here is 5. This side over here is 5 plus 1, which is 6. So we have a total area here of 30, and we wanted half of that. So T5 is equal to 5 times 6 divided by 2, which is 15. So T5 is 15. T12, the 12th triangular number, would be 12 times 13 divided by 2. That's 6 times 13, which is 78. In general, the formula for the nth triangular number is n times n plus 1 divided by 2. Now I'd like to show you where the triangular numbers are in Pascal's triangle. If you're unfamiliar with Pascal's triangle, I encourage you to look it up on the internet or YouTube. Let's see where the triangular numbers are in Pascal's triangle. Before we find the triangular numbers on here, I want to point out the stick numbers, and this is very basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. These are the sticks of varying lengths. And we're combining the sticks in order to make a triangular number. For example, the fifth triangular number is 15. 15 is right here. And that is the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 makes 15. This is called the hockey stick principle, which is a valid principle using Pascal's triangle. Now let's find the 12th tetrahedral number here in Pascal's triangle. So what we need to do is add up the first 12 sticks, 1 through 12. So we have a hockey stick with a long handle and a short blade, and we see that 78 is the 12th triangular number. Now I'd like to look at tetrahedral numbers and do kind of the similar process. We added up sticks to make triangles, and we're going to be adding up triangles to make a tetrahedron. Here are the first four tetrahedral numbers, 1, 4, 10, and 20. Notice that in order to get from the second tetrahedral number, for example, we add the next triangular number, which is 6. And you can think of putting that on the bottom, and we get a one larger tetrahedron. Then we put the 10, the bowling pins, if you will, on the bottom to make the fourth tetrahedral number. Now let's do this with MultiLink cubes. So in order to make, well, there's the first tetrahedral number, kind of degenerate, but it is, you can think of it as a tetrahedral number. If I combine that with the second triangular number, we get the second tetrahedral number. And if I combine that with the third triangular number, I get the third tetrahedral number, and so on. So for example, right here would be the fifth tetrahedral number. Like we did for the triangular numbers, I would like to try to achieve the following goals. First of all, find the 12th tetrahedral number. I'll use TE for tetrahedral. And I'd like to have a general formula for the nth tetrahedral number. Okay, I'd like to show you a really cool process for finding a formula for the tetrahedral number. And with the triangular numbers, we use 2 copies and we divided by 2. This time we're going to actually make 6 copies, and ultimately we will divide by 6. So you can see here that we have a tetrahedron made up of triangles. And we do a very interesting process with this. We first of all shift this direction. I haven't changed the number of cubes, but I have made a shape that's going to work nicely. And then I shift the other direction, kind of a left-handed one, if you will. I'm going to shift this way, and I'm going to have another tetrahedron. And I'm going to be using 4 copies of one shift and 2 copies of the other. Let me bring those into the screen for you. All right, these 4 tetrahedrons right here are all equivalent. So I have 4 copies of that. And then these 2, the yellow and the pink, are also copies of each other. You'll notice here that these are mirror images of one another. Now, let me see if I can assemble these into a nice 3-dimensional solid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 that are alike, and I'm going to mesh this right in here, and I'm going to mesh this right in here. And this shape right here is going to end up being half of my 3-dimensional solid. So I want to do that again. I start with one of those. I put this in, and then I put this in here, and this makes the other half. And so I can put these together, and we get a nice 3-dimensional solid. And let's see what the dimensions are. The height is in fact 5, because each of these is the 5th tetrahedral number. The height is 5. Notice that this dimension right here is 5 plus 1, which is 6. And this dimension right here is 5 plus 2, which is 7. Let's do the calculations. Okay, let's find the fifth tetrahedral number. The three-dimensional solid is 5 by 6 by 7. And we're going to divide by 6 because we only want one of them. The 6's divide out and we get 35. Therefore, this fifth tetrahedral number here has 35 cubes in it. Our goal was to find TE12. Let's see what TE12 is. This would be 12 times 12 plus 1 times 12 plus 2 divided by 6, and you can do mental math on that. You get 364. And finally, the general formula for the nth tetrahedral number will be n times n plus 1 times n plus 2 divided by 6. And one of the things that's, there's a lot of reasons this is beautiful, but one of the reasons it's beautiful is that if you have 3 consecutive numbers, there will be at least one even number in there. It might be 2 even numbers. So 2 will divide out. And whenever you have 3 consecutive integers, one of them will be divisible by 3. So this will, in fact, be a natural number. Let's see this on Pascal's triangle. Let me remind you that the triangular numbers in Pascal's triangle are right here. And we add up triangular numbers to get the tetrahedral numbers. So let's see where the fifth tetrahedral number would be. We would be adding up the first 5. And so right here, 35 is in fact the fifth tetrahedral number. By the hockey stick principle again. Now let's see where the 12th tetrahedral number is. We add up the first 12 triangular numbers to get the 12th tetrahedral number, and it is 364 here on Pascal's triangle. Now I'd like to show you the 12th tetrahedral number using marshmallows and toothpicks. This is a model I made, and I made this to show the 12 days of Christmas because that is the 12th tetrahedral number. So here at the top, we have on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave me two turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Third day, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. So you see that each level going down is a triangular number, and we're adding up the triangular numbers. Ultimately, we have 12 here, 11, 10, and the bottom layer is the 12th day of Christmas. And this figure does in fact have 364 marshmallows. This has been a video on triangular and tetrahedral numbers with MultiLink Cubes. My name is Jim Olson. Have a great day.